What's up YouTube, and welcome to a new series on my channel. Rowett returns to Birmingham. Yesterday Gary Rowett was announced as the new Birmingham City Manager, and today we're going to be taking him forward into the new Football Manager Beta 2015. The game goes out in a couple of weeks time, but we've got hold of it. We've got hold of the beta, which you can go and get if you pre-order. We're going to take forward Gary Rowett. Here he is, 40 years old, ex-manager of Burton Albion up until yesterday. High opinions of him. The first thing he's going to want to do is he's going to want to bring Kevin Poole, who has left his role now at Burton Albion. If we can find him, there he is. Kevin Poole, there you go, you see he's unattached. He wants to come, so we're just going to finalise a deal for him, and I'm sure he'll follow Gary Rowett over. And then you've got Mark Sale, who's head of youth development, I believe. Let's see if we can find, there he is. Not the greatest of attributes, but I'm sure he can do a job. They don't want very much money. They're not big staff members from big clubs that you're going to struggle with. The next one's Kevin Summerfield. He's another one that's come across. Now he looks like a good assistant manager. If we can sort the wage situation out with him, would be good. 1.9. We'll boost this up a bit. Hopefully he'll accept. Yeah, he'll accept, which is good. So we're going to, the aim of today's episode, we're going to go around the club. We're going to show you bits and bobs. Then I'm going to go away in my own time, find out the sort of player that Gary Rowett's going to sign here. Then we're going to go. I'll bring you back in, have a look at some stats, and discuss whether the player's worth it. And then we'll go from there. But here we go. A personal message from Panos Pavlakis, who is the guy currently charged with directing Birmingham. And I mean, you've got Steve Watson there, who's probably going to go. We're going to mutual terminate his contract. And then we've got the youth development guy, who I'm not going to try and say his name. He's going to go as well. They've both agreed to it. You saw that pop up pretty quick. So we're going to get rid of them. It's a bit sad to get rid of them, but at the end of the day, it's football. They follow their manager around. Lee Clark's already been eyed up by Blackpool, so we'll see if he goes there. I'm sure they'll follow him there. We were supposed to have a meeting with Steve Watson. Whether that's going to happen now, we'll find out. But here we go, attend a meeting with Panos Pavlakis. He'd like to welcome me to Blues, and he wanted to assure that he had the full backing of the board. So I'm pretty passionate. Great, let's get this meet started. Obviously a lot of history. We know all about that because he played for the club for 2 years ago, right? I'm a Blues fan myself, so I know absolute loads about the club. I mean, sounds like a great idea. Keep him happy and all that jazz. The wage budget is 110k, which is laughable. The transfer budget is even more laughable. I have to be honest, I'm not sure I can totally agree with the expectations and the budgets. We could discuss it further, so we're going to go with that. We don't really have any philosophies. We'll probably add them in as we go. The traditional Tidal press conference course, they're going to be very interested in Gary Rowett coming back. We've got to meet our assistant manager, who we've just got rid of. He can come in the room if he wants to. Oh, it's the goalkeeping coach now. You've got some questions on day-to-day running. Yes, please, we'll have a little look at that. We'll arrange a meeting with the staff. I think that's a good idea. They're probably a bit worried. We're going to keep the majority, just them three coming in from Burton. I can provide you with regular reports and input. That would be great. Anything else? No, we're going to be able to work with that. Thanks, Jan Vaughan. That concludes the meeting with Panos Pavlakis. And away we go. So I think the first thing to do is show you the tactic that I have imported, which hopefully will be there if I'm not a total idiot and know how to do it. Let's skip the tactics creator. I think I know how to do this. Archive tactics. There you go. Gary Rowett, Burton Albion. That's the way he's going to set up. The opposition instructions are obviously going to have to be worked on. Get the new assistant manager in. He can work on that. We'll go and have a look at the squad. That's how we're going to be playing. It's going to be 4-1 sitting deep, and then the 4 with probably David Davis. We need to get someone in here, or possibly do something like this and bring him across there, him up there, and I'll have like a kind of 4-2-3-1. That's how I like to play. So we're going to add both of them because we've got player instructions and stuff like that. So we'll go through that. Let's go through the squad. Most expensive players: Darren Randolph, David Edgar, Mark Duffy, he's a good left winger. He'll probably be staying. Look at the dribbling and the crossing. That's good. Cadiz, it's going to be hard to find a place for him to play. He might have to play in that defensive midfield. Or Clayton Donaldson. Now I like Clayton Donaldson. He'll be a good striker. He'll start up from Cottrell. He'll probably be on the right hand side. The thing I have noticed with Cottrell is that he doesn't want to play right midfield, which is totally pointless. I mean, that'll fit in nicely with our formation, but he needs to learn how to play right midfield. There's not much of a difference. I don't see why he can't play there. It's a bit of a weird one, but obviously with Blues likely to be down the bottom of the table, we're going to need to be able to play more defensive formation. We can't go and play 5 in an attacking role every week. There's the background of the club. They play at St Andrews. Everything's a bit average. They won this championship 3 times. The Sky Bet League One. They won the Capital Cup a few years ago now. I don't think we're going to be looking at any of that. We're not in the Johnson's Plate Trophy, so that's not a problem. Seeing expectations, well, that's is what it is. That's what we get for trying to avoid relegation. I don't want to go and say we're going to finish mid-table because it's probably not going to happen. We're going to try mainly want to avoid relegation this season. But I think that's the thing. We've got to sign players that are going to be capable at this level, but we've got to sign players that are going to be able to push on as well if we need to, because we're going to want to. Here's a team report. You need an assistant manager to come to the team report, so why give me the option? I know you've got Darren Randolph, and he's a very good player. It's time to meet the staff, the scouting team, Ralph, because we'll have a look at that in a minute. Imagine this isn't happening if you just saw that. Not at all. So here we go. We've got some people he wants to. Well, he's not bad. He's not bad at all. Neil Dalton. Coach John Owens. Coach John Owens is going to be the one we're going to approach. The wages are already a problem. I mean, 1.2. Bump that to 40. That's flipping up. No, 1.5. It's only got 1.4. He's going to come. That's good. That's good. We've got a nice new coach there. It's always good to bring a few people in. Free kicks, probably Shinnie and Cottrell and Duffy, because I don't think Shinnie's going to make it on the pitch. Cottrell, Duffy, penalty takers, Neil Erdley, Novak. He's probably, unfortunately, the one that I'm looking to get rid of. Yeah, so let's go to the squad. That's the last thing I think we'll do. Have a look at the squad, then I'll go away and get the players, as we said. There's some good players there. Andrew Shinnie, player that I liked when he came to Blues. He's got some nice long shots, dribblings, average, or they're just average players. You need someone who's going to be able to push forward for you. Lee Novak, now, he's 25. He got poor heading, poor finishing, poor pace. No, I don't see the point of keeping him. But he always attracts attention on this game. So we're going to put him up to $1 million. See if anyone will want him, because we're very much going to have to be a buy to sell club, a sell to buy club even. And Jonathan Spector as well is another one. He's a good all-round player. I don't see him being involved in the first team. I don't like him. Always injured. Get him off the books. I mean, you could take $2 million right there. Go to the board. And this is something I can't do. I want to make a board request. That's going to be something that we need to do pretty urgently, because if we get bids for these players, which of course you do, you get a 9. That's decent. I'll take that because that's nearly $1 million. And then Spectre, they've offered 8.2. Just try and bump them up to $1 million. Suggest that. They're offering 916 grand. We'll take that. Time to meet the players. We'll speak to Robinson first, just so he knows what the crack's going to be. We're passionate. Ask what he thinks the morale's team is. They're a bit down, but obviously that's after staying up on the last day of last year. We'll go in. I want to take the opportunity to introduce myself as the new Birmingham City Manager. They react well, so they're obviously happy with the introduction of Gary Rowett. Lee Clark last year did an okay job keeping us up, but I think it just wasn't the right fit. I'm going to be honest and passionate and say that I think we can beat the drop, because you don't want to be over realistic, and they've all reacted well to that. So that's the sort of reaction I was after. The reaction's still yellows. They're not amazingly happy. We want to go and get these staffing ideally, and it needs to happen pretty quickly. Oh, we've got a media. Do you feel your ambitions for the club are matched by the chairman? Absolutely, because we want to stay up. Do you feel the expectations as we have been set realistic and fair? In the club progress for everyone is ambitious. Yeah, we want to aim high, but we've got to be realistic. Every player can come to me. Rowett's obviously very happy about getting the job. Is this a premier? I believe in the philosophies. Concentrating primarily on getting good results in the Champions. Absolutely, we're not bothered about the cups. They can go away because at the end of the day, we're going to end up, even if we get through, even if we beat a low Premier League club, we're going to get a high Premier League club, and then that's us out. So it's pointless wasting time on that. What we want to do is increase the percentage of transfer revenue, which basically means if we sell Spectre for that £1 million, we're going to round it to £1 million, we'll get what percentage we get. At the moment it's 75%, so we don't get 750k there. We need to make that higher. Ooh, they've agreed, which is nice. So that means that it goes up to 85%, which was at 750k, it goes up to 850k for the £1 million. I suppose that's not bad. Lee Novak support for Charlton, willing to listen to any offers. Spectre, willing to listen to any offers. So what I want to do is I want to get these staff players in, and then that will probably be the end of the episode. Then I'll bring out a new episode where we go right the way up and play our first game against Middlesbrough at home. I know it's Middlesbrough at home because that were the fixtures in real life, so I'm guessing they've stayed the same. Mark Sale signs. He's going to be a new head of youth. Is he actually gone in straight away? Yep, he's gone in straight away, which is brilliant. What I need to do is I need to get the staff in so I can go to the staff and sort out the responsibilities, because I'm not going to be sitting around watching the friendlies. The assistant manager is going to be sorting the propositions to the match opponents, because I can tweak them as well, and he's going to be sorting the friendlies out as well. So we need to get that assistant in pretty soon, and he'll be Kevin Paul. Owen signs. He's another good coach. Come on, Kevin Paul, Kevin Paul, Kevin Paul. Hopefully now we'll have Kevin Paul when it comes back. No, still not Kevin Paul. Is he definitely? What's he doing? Someone else has pinched him on a little quick deal. It's going to be rather frustrating. Where is he? Just disappeared. Well, this is confusing. Let's have a look if we can work out where he is. Transfers. Kevin Paul, well, that's because he's got a friggin' E at the end of his name. Well, that was poor from me, because he was giving me my new assistant manager. We have got a contract. His contract's still there. Hopefully he'll come in soon. Kevin Summerfield as well, isn't there? There's another one. Come on, come on. Let's go over Football Manager itself. I like the new layout. It's a new introduction of the sidebar, as you can see here. Max going crazy, so that means we've got the rainbow circle of death coming on. The game itself, I lost love with it for a couple of years. I was a big fan here. Here we go, Paul's going to be this goalkeeper coach. Lost love for the game for a couple of years, and that was coincided with the loss of the toolbar. I'm not saying that's a reason at all. Life got busier, whatever. But I do like this. You can flick here easier. You used to get to your squad, and then you'd have lots of stuff over this top bar here where you'd have to drop down to try and find everything, and it was just an absolute nightmare going through. But now we've got Kevin Paul in. With the introduction of the I really wish they didn't improve the match ending, because I'm still a 2D kind of guy. A lot of you who've played a long time will probably be the same. The match engine's not the best. It's frustrating to watch. And it just doesn't give a good feel to the game. I like the 2D. You can see your players moving a bit more where they are. The match engine just doesn't look right, because you've got two players standing up a man, and they'll just kind of walk past them, and you're like, well, that wouldn't really happen. Whereas on the match engine, you can the 2D match engine, you kind of see what's going on and work out how goals have happened and try and combat them. That's why I liked it. It's only because that was the way the game when it first came out, like 2005, 2006 Football Manager, that was the way that it happened. I like that, so that's what I'm going to stick with. We're really waiting for something to happen here. We need to hurry it up, because we're getting through the month already, and we're struggling because we haven't got an assistant manager, and that is pretty urgent. Come on. There we go. Finally, Kevin Summerfield signs for Blues. He's going to be a good acquisition. He's got very, very good stats as well. All round good. He's working with youngsters. He's very good as well. He's going to come in as the new assistant manager, which if I click forward now, will confirm it, which means I'll ask him to recommend a sign. I haven't seen that before, so we'll see if he can recommend. I don't know what. Maybe he's just going to go away and try and find one. So we can go to staff responsibilities now. The responsibilities of him, he's going to be doing that. The backroom advice, we can go through as well. If my Mac had load it, there's a lot of stuff there. So we're going to go back to responsibilities and try and sort club responsibilities. Hires and fires, blah blah blah. That's all good. Makes offers, fires makes offers. Sale head of youth development. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Finds all the clubs. That's going to be me. Finds a player for the transfer. Listed players. That's going to be me. I'm going to tell Mark Wiseman he can sort contracts out for the first team youth players. That's going to be Mark Sale. We're not going to go with director of football, all that lark. We do need to go and see Malcolm Crosby actually, who was in charge, and see what he has to say for himself. Kevin Summerfield's going to sort the training, and Mark's going to sort of training for the youth players, individual, Summerby, Sale. Runs match training for the first team. It's going to be Kevin Summerby, but I'm going to go and have a look at that because I think that could be quite important. So that is the initial episode. We're going to go through that. I know it was quite a long one, so a lot of me talking. We're going to have a look at a few of these players. Callum Riley, he's reacted to something. I don't know what that is. We'll work it out. Please Mark O'Brien, isn't it? Oh, that's nothing to do with us. So we're going to go through it. Yeah, I'll identify some players. We'll come back, and then we'll go through right to the first game of the season because it's already the 13th of July. And if you look at our schedule, we are playing Middlesbrough on the opening day in under a month's time now. Middlesbrough away is going to be a tough fixture. But that's all from me for now. Be sure to like, rate, subscribe, and follow Rowett's Road to Birmingham. Rowett has returned.